Hello and welcome to Expedition Online, Day 10. I am Jessica Martin from Season 1, and here with me tonight on commentary is the wonderful KF from Kilimanjaro. How you doing tonight, Carl?
I'm doing great.
We had a friggin' wild crossroads last night. We had 3 advantages played.
Where do we start with last night? Basically, it was a shit show, really. But honestly, I'm unimpressed. It was a waste of a bunch of advantages, and original Team Adam sticking to this core 7. And losing the opportunity because some people are at the bottom of the 7, this 7, and so you're wasting opportunities. So I want to see some moves tonight. I really want to see some moves tonight.
Yeah, I was like you, expecting some big moves to go down last night. Missed opportunity, Team Adam. I think it's going to be on Dixon today to get the Team Wendells and make some shit happen. So let's see what they do. Let's send it over to the players, see what they thought about last night, and see what might be in store for today.
I did exactly what I said I wanted to do in my last confessional, which was flush every single advantage that I could. And let me tell you something. I know for a fact I flushed at least 2 compasses and an extra vote. So that makes me feel really good. I guess the steal vote got voted out with somebody because it wasn't played last night.
One thing that I wholeheartedly regret telling him that I think could be really, really bad for me is that I told him that Holly said that we need to watch him and Sophia together. And I guess Dixon thought this whole time that we voted him out because we knew he had the idol that he could only play 1 time, which is ludicrous to me because I didn't know that. I don't think Matthew knew that. I don't think Meredith knew that. I fully don't know the story, and unfortunately, if I had more information, maybe I would have handled all this differently, but I didn't. And so I had to go off of what I knew. So I told him that, hoping that it would bond us together, and now I'm regretting it because he was blindsided again for the 2nd time by his entire tribe because he was the only one who voted JJ, and now he has ammunition against me.
Super excited because now I'm sitting on 2 advantages, which is the shortcut, which is basically safety without power, and then the compass, which is basically an idol. And to be honest with you, I definitely needed them because in my last confessional, I said I thought I was in a better spot. Well, joke's on me because I'm in the same spot, I feel like. I'm still at the bottom.
The next person to go, at least in my opinion, should be Sophia or Dixon, because this is why. This is my reasoning. Schneidman and JJ are by themselves. And if the 4 of us stay strong, that's 4, 2, 3, right? Because then Sophia, Dixon, and Hager are together. If Hager, but I don't think Hager's gonna go against Kayla or me or Meredith, or Matt. Especially when I tell him that Dixon was willing to vote for him if that's what I wanted, because he didn't know that Hager had an idol.
Holly literally has 0 chance at winning. And Dixon, the fact that he decided to vote with his party, it was very, very stupid, and he had all the chances in the world to let us in on the plan, and he's very, very dumb. But whatever, that's his choice.
And to be honest with you, we're probably going to be seeing a lot more shirtless Dixon because I'm going to have to unleash a lot of superpower if I want to make it to Final 3.
Today's challenge is downward facing Vesuvius. Before the challenge begins, you will set up your tape line on the wall, and it will be adjusted for each person, adjusted for the height of your hip. And I hope you have a little familiarity with some yoga, because what we're going to be doing is reminiscent of downward facing dog, but today it is downward facing Vesuvius. So you will begin the challenge in the downward facing Vesuvius challenge, and you'll hang out here for 5 minutes. While we're here, you're welcome to bend your knees, bend your elbows if you like, but your feet need to stay on the floor, your hands need to stay on the floor. At the 5-minute mark, you will have a 30-second transition to get 1 foot up onto that tape mark. You can readjust your hands and your feet at that point, but once the transition is ended, you have to keep 1 foot up on the wall, 1 foot on the floor, both hands on the ground. At the 10-minute mark, 30-second transition, to get your other foot up on the wall. You will stay here as long as you can. The last explorer, with both feet left up on the wall and no other body parts except for your hands touching the floor, wins exemption. Good luck.
Welcome everyone to today's exemption challenge, downward facing Vesuvius. We are playing for individual exemption. Now more than ever, I can't stress enough how important it is to keep an eye out for clues to advantages, as tonight's crossroads, there will be a huge twist. Tonight, there will be 2 explorers deserted at the crossroads. So, there will be 1 crossroads, explorers will still only have their 1 vote, and the 2 players with the most votes will join Rachel as the 2nd and 3rd players to become part of the jury, who will ultimately decide this game. So tonight's winner in the exemption challenge is guaranteed to be in the final 7. Meredith has an excused absence today, so she will not receive any penalty votes at tonight's crossroads. This game is heating up like lava from Vesuvius. Let's begin. Is everybody ready to begin? All right, everybody jump into position and we will start the clock.
I do yoga on a weekly basis. I do vinyasa flow yoga.
Now, I don't know if you know this about your boy, but yoga ain't exactly my bag. I'm about as flexible as a plank of wood.
And we have begun. All right. This won't be a fun one. Not for you guys. We got some animals in play here. Your dog's giving us just the best view right now, Holly. Very important exemption challenge tonight. Who knows what could happen with a twist like this? Numbers are small. Will Meredith make it to crossroads? I hope for her sake she does, as 1 vote in this crossroads is massive.
Ugh, fuck.
Oh, Schneidman becomes the first explorer out of the challenge today. Good effort. This is not easy. If you're not a yoga person, I don't know how many people do this on the regular. Just bend over on their hands.
But going into the challenge, they said, keep your eye out. There might be an advantage. So I remember on day 9, when we did a challenge, there was a room that opened to a compass clue. And so we're in the middle of the challenge, and I'm checking everybody out, and I'm like, they look comfortable. I ain't winning this thing. Let me drop out now so that I'm primed in case something pops up.
We're at 5 minutes.
So we'll give you guys a 20-second window here. All right. Looks like everyone has that 1 foot there. Remember, Hager, you can't go over that line. You're nice and under it now, but let's not get close. I don't want to DQ anyone. Matthew, you're also a little bit close. All right, let's begin. This does not look like a whole lot of fun. Well, Hager is down. Great effort from Hager. As we are now down to 6 players, all vying for the all-important exemption at tonight's Crossroads, as 2 explorers will be deserted. Matthew is down. Great effort from Matthew. Fortunately unable to hold this. This is tough. We've got 5 explorers left. Oh, JJ is down. Great effort, JJ. Starting to get some stretching out from everyone as everyone's starting to realize that
At 10 minutes.
this is going to get tough. All right. So, just to be clear, your 1 foot needs to stay on the wall throughout this transition. You will have 20 seconds to place your 2nd foot on the wall under that line. Go. Remember to keep that other foot on the wall. Everybody is good. We are going to start. And this competition is on and Dixon is off. Great effort from Dixon. Holly is down. Great effort from Holly.
I wanted to do better than Dixon. That was my goal. As soon as he was out, I was out.
That was not easy, I am sure. As we are down to 2, we've got Kayla and Sophia, both looking really strong right now. Kayla is down. With that, Kayla has won exemption. Wow, what a great competition, guys. That was really quite an effort. Kayla, congratulations. You have won exemption.
Thank you.
And we will see everyone at the Crossroads. Have fun.
What a challenge. We had a giant bomb dropped before it started that not 1, but 2 people are going home tonight. So it was a good day for Kayla to win.
Yes, definitely. And what a performance by Kayla. And I have to also say a great performance by Sophia and Dixon, who came in a close 2nd and 3rd. I was pretty happy to see that. Schneidman, on the other hand, Schneidman.
He tried.
I'm rooting for you, man. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting strategy session for sure.
Yeah, and you mentioned off the top that there are so many advantages left at this point in the game. Dixon holding 2 of them, and so it's going to be very interesting to see how they can leverage these powers in the game, and then try to get some, create some chaos. We want to see things shaken up right now. Kayla has won. So she has immunity tonight, and so I want to see Kayla utilize this opportunity to shake things up from the original Team Adam, because there is a hierarchy, and if she's not at the top, she's at the bottom, so she needs to start making moves tonight.
Yep, and now that she's safe, it's a good time because her neck is not on the line.
Exactly.
So let's see what chaos ensues at camp, and hopefully we get a chaotic Crossroads.
It was chaotic. Like, people were everywhere. People were at the outpost. People were at the waterfall. People were by the fire. I mean, people were everywhere trying to figure out, what the heck was going to go on. Especially because 2 people got voted out tonight, right? So 2 people were going home.
You told me we were voting JJ last time, and the vote was Rachel. I'm just curious.
I will be honest and tell you, I heard my name and I got really scared.
Okay.
I heard it was me from the 3, and honestly, I'm just going to be super honest, Dixon, and say that because you voted for me, I thought you were going to vote for me again.
No.
I just got super, super, super scared, and I was like, I don't know what to do.
I wasn't going to vote you out. I felt like JJ was the bigger threat. challenge-wise. They asked me to vote you out, but I was like, well, that doesn't really make sense to me to vote you out. So I have a question. Can you be honest with me?
Yeah, of course.
Did you use your extra vote?
I did.
Okay.
Are we able to like just say we both kind of lied to each other at least once, and, like squish it?
Yeah.
I think especially because tonight's important, right? Like if we don't get tonight right, one of us could be gone.
Kayla ended up pulling out the challenge, which was huge because she's in my core 4 alliance. It's me, Kayla, Meredith, and Holly.
So we were talking in the other by the river about potentially splitting the vote between Dixon and JJ.
Okay.
The fear, though, is I think Dixon is going to work with JJ and the boys, and I think that their 3 will go somewhere, and so we can't count on his vote. So I almost kind of feel like we need to tell him that it's JJ.
7 people, right?
Yes, but
6 if you're not counting Dixon.
JJ is with. Oh,
Yeah.
JJ and Schneidman are together. Okay, so I
So
thought Dixon.
we go 3-3 then. We tell Dixon that we're splitting between JJ and Schneidman, and we tell him JJ, I guess. Does
We got to, because if not, then
Dixon who?
JJ.
JJ.
yeah, if he doesn't do it, it'll be whoever he votes for.
Yeah, I'll try to talk to him but that's what scares me. That's why I'm saying that about you, Holly. It's like I don't know if he trusts me after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he trusts me either. Like I wasn't sure.
He trusts me either.
Schneidman had an extra vote, which really made him 2 instead of 1, and JJ had a vote. So that's 3, not really 2. So they could have had somebody else out. They could have like decided who they wanted to go.
I was with you guys 100% because I even told you, Matthew, I had the clue to the idol. I'm looking for it. I don't care if you guys know because I'm with you guys. So I don't know if that means you guys just don't trust me or what's going on here. So
I feel like I definitely do trust you going for Dixon, especially from last night. And I feel bad that we weren't able to all agree and move together last night, or last time we played.
I mean, I'm being serious. Like, if you guys don't trust me, just tell me straight up. Like, you can be honest with me. Like, we need to talk about stuff.
Yeah,
part of it.
To me, that proved that I can trust you.
Yeah, same.
Jonathan normally before a challenge says, "Will you be buried in the ashes or rise above the competition?" Whatever the fuck. But he changed it tonight to something about lava. Something that I could not remember. So I just start throwing things at the wall. Burned in the lava. Carried away by the lava. Lost in the lava. None of it's working. None of it's working. None of it's working. I finally find a room with JJ, and I ask him if he remembers what Jonathan said. And he remembered something about burned in the lava like Vesuvius. So I typed that in. That was the first step. And then I had to find out the names of all the past Expedition Online winners. So I'm scrolling through the YouTube pages, finding the transcripts of all the winner interviews. I get all the names in, and I get a compass! Finally, I get a compass! I'm like, okay, I ain't going home tonight.
To me, at least, I think it's easy. 3-3, 4-3-4, whatever, whoever wants to do it, but we split it between JJ and if one of them, God forbid, has an idol or something, then
if they have an extra vote, that's fine, because it'll be 3-3-3.
Yeah. Well, it would be 3-3-4, wouldn't it? Because there's 9 people, isn't there?
Yeah, that's what I meant. I can't do math.
No, it's fine.
My bad. It'll be.
I was like,
well, regardless though, there would be a tie though, and then the people who are 3-3, yeah, they would just go for a revote. So.
Well, what have you? Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm just hoping you haven't heard any other name, like my name specifically.
Oh, no.
Dixon, as always, remains my number 1 target. He's who I'd love to see scurry on out the front door. That's my plan. We'll see how it works. I don't know. Nothing that I've actually planned. Well, that's not true. Stuff that I've planned has happened. It's just not happened exactly the way that I had planned it to happen.
But I just wanted to reiterate that I think that I would still like to work with you.
Oh, I've literally, I've told my wife the same thing. Like, I want to be the alliance within alliance with you. I think if we somehow could make it to the final four, that we could dwindle the two, because I don't think we're so different that I don't think people will think anything of it.
I think you're right.
So I've this whole time, like, you know, your name's not been mentioned, but like I don't even let that be a remote possibility, because like,
cool.
And I think a good thing for you too is like, I think we're good shields for each other.
I'd like to think that Sophia is one of my truest allies in the game, you know. But you never know.
Well, I was going to ask you guys, what are you guys thinking? Just two people going.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad that I'm safe, though.
Absolutely. Look, I have no power in the game. Right? I have nothing. There's 7 of you. Only 3 of you are making it to the end. I am here to be used. Use me. I have nothing. Tell me what to do and I'll do it. Because nobody's talking to me. Nobody's giving me a name. And you're not all making it. So whatever any of you want to do, tell me. I'm down. Let's get creative. Because if this just ends with JJ and I going, so 4 of you are going to be out of options. Mm-hmm. So use me. Use me and you have options. I knew going into tonight that JJ and I had our work cut out for us.
Honestly, I didn't want to vote out Schneidman because I want to work with him going forward. JJ, on the other hand, I was perfectly fine getting rid of him. Okay, well, I want you to stay in this game too. Do you have your extra vote?
Yes, I told you I do.
Okay, then you, JJ, and you and me will vote for somebody, okay?
Okay, who do you want it to be, Dixon? Because you left us last time, man.
JJ lied to me about not having a thing. Am I right? I'm going to try to get it where I'm going to pitch to them. It's going to be like how many votes are there? There's going to be 10. So it should be 5 to 3 to 2, okay? With you.
Okay.
I'll figure out the math later. Just trust me with the vote, okay?
Okay.
Because like I said, I'm at the bottom and I have to work with somebody. You're the person I want to work with, okay?
I want to work with you too, man.
Sneaky Snake Dixon, who I have read entirely wrong up until this point. I mean, props to Dixon for, I definitely did not have him pegged as good of a player as he has turned out to be. So props to Dixon.
And Schneidman needs to use his extra vote. I'm trying to get the vote to be 4 to 3 to 2 is what I'm trying to do. Okay? So you and Schneidman vote for, do you want to do... We'll have to ask Schneidman, okay? Do you trust me?
I want to, but I mean, last time didn't go necessarily as planned, so I mean, I think it's be hesitant.
The villain side of me is coming out, and I am very much ready to make some fireworks happen.
There's pretty much obvious lines about what's possibly going to happen. I literally Steinman was here too. We don't have anywhere to turn or anything like that. So we're at the mercy of you guys. I fully understand obviously that it might be near impossible to get us to both make it through, but if there's any way or anything that we can do to make it, I'm all ears. So
no, I totally understand that. It's a really hard situation to not have any tribe swaps and be on the team that just kind of didn't make it with a lot of people to the merge. So I totally understand. And I applaud you guys scrambling. I would be scrambling in your situation. That's exactly what I had to be doing. So I totally understand. It's a real shitty situation to be in, and it's hard and it's awkward, but I mean, I've enjoyed talking to you in the little bit that I've talked to you.
I was anticipating taking an excused absence today, and I've been doing a little bit of day drinking, so I'm not peak Meredith right now, and I feel like that has affected the game a little bit.
But if you want to make a pitch and try to change my mind, I'm happy to hear what you have to say.
I mean, I don't necessarily know that I have much of a pitch to make, but like, if there's somebody like, listen, this is the thing. You guys are. It's obviously it would be very easy for you to take me and Scheinman out, be the final 7. But I cannot tell you how boring that is and how like predictable it is. And I just feel like this is the type of game. I said this the other night. Like we came into this with 10 people. Like this is the type of game where you need to make your moves as soon as you can, because otherwise you're not going to have anything to talk about at final crossroads. You're going to literally be like, I only made it here because I won a bunch of challenges. And so it's going to be very hard to sway a jury of people that want to vote for you to win. And like, so this is just, it's one of those situations where like you have to choose when you're going to make your move, because I'm telling you, whoever makes their move first is going to be the one that's likely going to win if they make it to the end. And like that's not me like being desperate or anything. That's just like the honest truth. Like I've played plenty of like the Facebook versions of this game, and like I see the types of games that win.
I feel like we're probably past the point of no return in terms of an alliance, because I haven't gotten to speak to him that much.
Not feeling too optimistic about anything, so we'll see how it goes.
I think it's pretty clear. A lot of people have said like that the top 5 in Team Adam are you, me, Meredith, Holly, and Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we're 4 and 5 in that.
I think so too.
Okay.
I think you're right. What do you think is the best move for the 2 of us tonight?
I think we just stay with the group. I mean, if you want to switch it up, I'm open to it, but I just don't see a path for that tonight.
Yeah. And to stay with the group, that would be taking out Dixon and JJ.
Yeah.
And Hager's worried that when we get to the final 4 or 5, it's going to be him on the very, very bottom, which I mean, honestly, is in my mind the case, because in my mind, it's still me, Matthew, Kayla, and Holly as the final 4.
I know that Meredith, Matthew, and Holly just talk together, just themselves all the time. So, I mean, they might already be plotting against me. I'm sure that they are. They're extremely savvy players.
I honestly, I don't know what might happen, but I think that we're planting the bugs in all of their ears, and it might work and it might not. But like, if it doesn't work, I've caused the chaos that I wanted to cause tonight. I'm at peace.
My ideal plan going into it was, okay, let's take out JJ, because I feel still a little like I could work with Schneidman a bit more. And then people were tossing around Dixon's name to take out JJ and Dixon, but I really didn't want Dixon out. I think that he, as squirrely as he is, I think that he and I can still work together, and I think that Kayla, also Dixon has trust in Kayla, so the 3 of us could continue to work together. I feel really good working with you and Kayla to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that way too?
Yeah, I feel that way too.
Okay. I want to confirm with Kayla tonight before we go to vote that
I have a question. Do you think it's better for our game to keep Schneidman because he has nobody? He has nobody if you really think about it. No one. Once we get rid of JJ, he has nobody, and we have to turn on Team Adam eventually. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I think I agree. If we could get Kayla on board with it, then I would be okay taking out Hager or Holly tonight instead of Schneidman.
Hager or Holly?
Mm-hmm.
You're right. They have the best jury. Us 3 need to get in the chat together.
You know, quite frankly, there are moments in this game where you sense the urgency, and you sense that, you know, something might have happened that has altered the outcome of the game.
I'm a little bit afraid of Holly, Matthew, and Meredith, that they've been in this room.
Oh, I didn't even
this
notice.
Whole time together. Not the whole time, but the last like 15 minutes at least.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even notice that.
It did seem like Holly and Meredith really wanted to be able to talk to each other when I was in a room with them. And so I was like, I'll leave so that way you guys can talk, and you just have to watch your room, like see if anybody jumps in with you. They were like, okay, thank you. So yeah, you do it that way, we will. I will say to you guys the same thing that I've said to everybody. So if somebody says that, oh, JJ made the same pitch to me, it's because I did.
Sure,
Listen,
go ahead.
I understand it would be very easy for you to just take out me and Schneidman tonight and move on to the final 7. But I need you to understand this. You guys as Party Wendell have been very strong, but you guys have played a very predictable game. But it's because you haven't had to really play the game because you haven't lost challenges. So like it's not any fault of your own.
Right. I totally hear you, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I know we're running short on time. So do you mind if I do?
Yeah, go ahead.
I definitely hear your call. At this point, right now, I'm the most worried about Holly, Matthew, and Meredith. I think they're a very strong 3. I think if we go down to 7, even if it's they're 3 to a 4, I think they've got the strongest 4-3. All 3 of them are going to tell the other 2 exactly what everybody else says. What if we took out Holly tonight?
I'll do whatever. I don't really have any leg to stand on, so I'll do whatever anybody wants. Like as long as it's gonna get me to tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm already on the bottom, I feel like, of Team Adams. I might as well try to work with as many people as I can. Like I definitely get what JJ's saying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm cool with whatever you guys want to.
Absolutely respect. JJ was saying, if you just take myself and Schneidman out, none of you are going to really have the opportunity to make these big moves, and like you should use me while you can. And so my brain said, yes, I will absolutely use you, JJ, and then I will vote you out also.
Sophia worries me a little bit.
I don't know.
She's going to side with Dixon.
He had this frenemy alliance with Sophia where he had put Sophia's name out first, and so they were working together because no one thought they would be.
So I was going to do anything I could to hopefully keep Sophia in the game because mine and Meredith's relationship really isn't all that developed. Like through no fault of either her or my own, we haven't really got a lot of one-on-one time. And in this game, the group conversations and the breakdown rooms and stuff, they're great. But nothing really forms a game plan like those one-on-one groups.
What do you guys really think? Be honest.
I'm really afraid of those 3.
Because this is how I see it. I'd rather keep Schneidman than JJ, because Schneidman sucks at challenges, no offense. But he was the first one out this time. I think he was the first one out last time too. But I think us 4, because they'll be at 7, we can run the game.
Yeah.
Us 4.
With Schneidman, you mean?
Yeah, with Schneidman. Don't you like that idea?
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
Or do we want to take out Holly, or do we want to take out Meredith? Or Matthew?
Oh
Matthew's
my God.
some challenges too. Holly and
We
Meredith.
even have the numbers to do this, you guys.
Okay, well, if the 3 of us go for Holly, let's just say, and then if JJ does vote with us, then we'll have 4, and that will be enough.
I made Sophia and Kayla realize that they needed to start taking out Team Adam, and they really did do that because they came up to me and said, hey, let's take out Holly. And I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, that's a good start, guys. We're taking out somebody from Team Adam.
Honestly, in my ideal world, and I know you guys won't tell JJ this, but in my ideal world, JJ votes with us to take out Holly, and JJ's the other person who is sent home.
Right.
So if you 2 vote for Holly and I vote for Holly.
So, like, we really want to do this.
We're figuring out the numbers right now.
Yeah, I do want to do this. I think getting down to 7 with the 3 of them all still in is way too dangerous.
Okay.
So who are we burning if we do this? What about Hager? Like, are we like, we're going to burn Hager on this too?
No.
Hager has already said to me that he likes working with Holly, but she's on like the fringe of who he wants to work with.
I just don't want my game to be in the hands of Dixon. I didn't even want to do this coup that Sophia planned because of Dixon.
She and Matthew and Meredith had been hanging out in this one room together talking for like at least 15 minutes, like really making it seem like those 3 are tight. And I got thinking, if we make it down to 7 and those 3 are so super tight and they like Hager more than me and Dixon and Kayla, then that's going to be a problem. So I thought we really have to take out one of that alliance, the core alliance of 3.
What are you like hearing? I haven't talked to you yet, Matthew. So like, what are you hearing? What are you thinking?
I was hearing the split between JJ and Dixon.
Okay. So
Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I feel like we should tell Schneidman and JJ to vote Sophia just in case there's a. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
She says she's worried about Sophia, you know, and that scares me because, you know, Sophia in my mind is somebody that I have in my corner and somebody I should keep in my best interest.
So I was just in the room and they were like asking me what the vote was and everything. And basically they think it's them, like, but I think that was obvious. So
yeah,
JJ was trying to convince me to vote for Dixon, trying to convince us to vote for Dixon.
Okay.
That was the name he finally came up with. So maybe we tell Dixon that. I'm like, I told JJ to give me a name and he gave me your name. But I don't know if there's a compass that could like encourage him to play it.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't like because I told JJ and Steinman that it's them. Because I don't want it to get back to Dixon.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
1,000%. This is the thing. We just asked them who they were willing to vote for, and the only name they said was Dixon. So if they vote Dixon, you know what I mean? That's why I said if that's who they're voting for, then great.
Yeah.
That still is a potential 3. And then it's just it's up to Sophia and Dixon what they want to do, because I feel like if anybody is going to flip on anybody, it's going to be maybe them. They're who I'm the least comfortable with. I'll say that instead. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think the safest play tonight is just to stick to JJ Dixon split.
I feel like it's Meredith, me, Hager, Matthew, Kayla, and then we've got JJ and Schneidman. That's 7. And then the last 2 are Sophia and Dixon. If the 4 of them get together and we take out somebody that's not one of the 4 of them, then they're going to get together and be like, ooh, we should like make a move now. I do believe that the 4, me, Matthew, Kayla, and Meredith are together and don't feel like any of the 4 of us will turn on each other.
Meredith, Matthew, and Holly make it, you know, close enough. Those are the big 3. Those are the 3 that are going to be your in game. I've noticed them, you know, they're always kind of in a roundabout way, close in groups and stuff like that. But I have noticed that, you know, you've never really heard any of those people say any kind of, you know, have any weird feelings or anything about the others. Nobody in that group has brought up the other members of that group's name, which kind of is scary.
Okay, am I crazy? I'm sorry if I...
You're a little bit crazy.
I'm sorry if I threw you for a loop.
You fucking did.
It's just because you brought it up, and then I was like, I don't see how we get to the end if all 3 of them...
I understand.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here's the thing. I would like to... It should be Meredith, though.
Should be Meredith instead of Holly?
Yes.
Okay. You think she's the tying force? Okay. I'll do that if you think that's the best.
Now we need to tell JJ and Schneidman because JJ thinks it's Holly.
So
and
we'll tell.
Be super sketchy if we pull him into the whisper rooms.
Because Meredith has the steal a vote apparently, which I didn't know about, but Kayla told me, so all the better, I guess.
It got out to everybody via me that Meredith has the steal a vote, so I'm sure that will come back to bite me.
I might be throwing my game away, but this is a move that has to be made for me to get further. Because I want to work, like I said, with you guys. Holly, I'm going to be honest with you. You cannot tell anybody, okay?
Okay.
They want to go for you, but I don't want you out. I'd rather have, like, Meredith out.
Okay.
But, honestly, I wanted to do Meredith because it just made more sense, in my opinion, to take out somebody that I don't talk to in the game. I at least have a few conversations with Holly compared to Meredith. So I tried switching the vote, and that's where, in my opinion, the night started going south for me. So how about we vote for Meredith tonight? Us 3 vote for Meredith tonight. Great.
There's 4 people here.
That's what I meant, us 4. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Now give us 3 votes.
Okay.
Great.
Or would you guys...
I need to write this down.
I knew Holly and Meredith were working together, but I thought Holly was so paranoid that she would vote out Meredith to save herself.
Okay, so that's 4 though. So where are the other votes going? For the second person?
Yeah, where are the other votes going?
The other votes, I think they're being split between you two.
Between me and JJ?
I think so. I don't know for sure. I'm thinking in my head like, yes, this is going great. And then JJ says one thing and it really just throws me off. He's like, so Dixon, who's the second vote? And I'm like, I didn't think you were going to say that, dude. And he literally asked, and I couldn't be like, JJ, you're the second vote, because then he's not going to want to vote with me.
Well, but you just told Holly that she's at risk.
Right.
Yeah. It was supposed to be a split vote. And I said it was supposed to be Holly, right?
Yes.
And then between Schneidman and JJ, I don't know who they're doing. They're splitting it. I don't know.
So...
Splitting? Me and Schneidman?
They're saying one of your guys...
Trying to decide who they want gone, you or me.
Oh, so it's you or me. I'm sorry.
It's Holly and one of the two of us.
Right. That's what I was saying. Like,
yes,
so it's...
yes.
Got
That's
it.
exactly
Okay.
what it is.
We have 2 minutes because it's at 8:40.
It's at 7.
Dixon, we need a second name. We have Meredith, we need a second name.
We do Meredith and Hager. Do you guys want to do Hager? Up to you.
Sure.
Unfortunately, Dixon, at every single turn in this game, just shows me that I cannot trust him. I don't know why he's deciding to play this way. I don't know why he blew up the plan to Holly, probably one of the most insulated people in the group, when he has been at the bottom since literally after the Nate vote.
Okay, do
think
you guys
he will
promise
forgive and
that
forget.
if I tell you this?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you like straight up, I lost my vote.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
I'm not gonna have a vote tonight. Like, I'm just letting you guys know right now.
Oh, well, thanks for
So-
telling us, I guess.
Yeah, thanks for telling us. Fuck.
Uh-huh.
So we only have 8 votes
But
right
you guys,
now.
listen, no, you guys should still have enough because 2 people are going home, remember?
I just gotta stay in the shadows. Just drive through, sneak through. Just old John here, just staying alive. Do I have the ability to stay below the surface? I don't think I do, but just navigate through.
I've been blindsided by very good friends before, so there's no telling, right?
So welcome everyone to the Crossroads. Exciting night this evening as 2 explorers will be deserted tonight. Quite a twist. How did we go about strategizing for this one?
I'm not done strategizing. Can we have another half an hour?
Who else feels like they didn't get enough time to get their plan together?
You never get enough time.
I want to talk about the challenges. It was probably one of our more grueling endurance competitions we've had yet. And Kayla came out on top. How does it feel going into such a big twist, knowing that you've got exemption and it can't be you tonight?
Amazing. Like, I really wanted to go for it when I heard that, and I want to give a shout out to you because you said that I looked really strong and I did not feel strong at all, so thank you for that, Jonathan.
Oh, no problem. You did look really strong. You weren't moving around at all. Did it affect your strategy at all? Did it allow you to be maybe a little bit more bold going into such a vital crossroads?
Well, I felt like I didn't have to monitor rooms or jump rooms as much, and I could sit back and relax a little bit, which is a huge luxury in this game. So it was 150 million% worth it to stick that out.
Are we still looking at simply a original party game, Adam versus Wendell type of situation right now? Matthew, I'll pick on you due to the last Crossroads.
Yeah, last Crossroads, that was just great for me. But I think, based on the numbers, I think it would be silly at this one, especially with we have to have 2 people go tonight, so.
Meredith, any worry that someone might see this as an opportunity? I mean, there's only 2 Wendells left. You get rid of both of them.
I mean, yeah, that's always a possibility. I mean, I wasn't even planning on being here tonight, but then I heard 2 people were going to be voted out. And I was like, I will rescind my excused absence. I feel like I should be here for this one, just in case.
Yeah, absolutely. A vote in tonight's Crossroads is definitely a big deal tonight, as every vote is going to count. Hager, where do you feel like you stand in this hierarchy of Team Adam?
I don't think there is a hierarchy. Honestly, view each other as peers, obviously there's going to have to start being some divisions. That's just the nature of the beast. That's the game. Some of us might talk more than others, but that's just, how people are. Some people don't know when to shut up and some people don't like to talk. But I don't think that there is any cause for a hierarchy by any means.
Okay, would you agree with that? There's no hierarchy in Team Adam. Everyone's going to go in and it's just going to be, let's see how it all plays out.
I wouldn't say that everybody each individual on Team Adam sees every other individual as equal in terms of trustworthiness. I just think that every individual has a different set of people who they find the most trustworthy.
Lines haven't really been drawn within our own tribe, whether that be just luck of the draw or the challenges when it matters. We haven't had to draw as many lines.
Holly, one is only one of the few members to receive votes. Would you agree with that? And
yeah. Well, I think I'm the only one that's gotten votes that didn't also leave. So, I mean, I think it's definitely a cause for thought, right? I definitely don't want to just assume that everything is fine with that. I mean, I don't know. It's 9. There's 9 people left.
Good. Gotta be ready for anything in this game, right? Dixon, talking about votes, if you didn't have that compass play, then you wouldn't even be in the game anymore. Is it harder for you to stick with this 7, or does that make you feel like you're more inclined to be strong with the 7?
I mean, if I didn't play that, I wouldn't be here right now. I definitely feel different than what Hager was saying. I feel like I'm on the bottom just because of the fact that I was left out of the vote last time. I'm kind of a free agent at this point, so.
I mean, Schneidman, that's got to be music to your ears, as you and JJ, the only Wendell members left in the game, and with everyone preaching Team Adam strong, to hear Dixon be like, you know what? I'm only here because of me.
Yeah, no, of course I'd love to hear that. If the 7 of you just stick around tonight, 4 of you are going to realize this was the vote where you missed your shot. You're not all making it to the end. It is not JJ and I go and then we all hold hands and sing Kumbaya and that's the finale. They can say it's Team Adam strong. There's only one winner. There is only one winner. And for most of you, it will not be you because you let the opportunity go tonight.
JJ, I mean, Steinman makes a great point. Tonight is an opportunity. 2 players are going out tonight.
I mean, yeah, I will just echo what Steinman said. I think I made the same pitch to almost everybody. Up until this point, no fault of their own, they just won challenges. They have not played anything exciting of a game. At this point, those 7 people, besides Kayla and Dixon, who have won individual challenges, and Sophia, who won that other individual, their resume right now is, I won challenges and made it to the end. That's it. So there's nothing differentiating any of them to sway a jury. They need to make moves, and waiting until it's just the 7 of them is not the way to get a respectable vote from a jury member. And I just think that going into this game where we rendezvoused with only 10 people, it's either get got, or it's either get somebody or get got. And if you're not gonna make the chance to do that, then shame on you. And I mean, for you to sit there and say that there's no hierarchy is pretty foolish, because from the conversations I've been having, I can tell you that there's hierarchies in this 7 of you that are so cohesive. So you can do it that way you will, and choose to do whatever you do tonight. And 2 people are gonna go. If it's me and Schneidman, great, have at it for the final 7, but just know you have a heck of a challenge and a heck of a battle to win that final crossroads. So.
And to piggyback off that a little bit, I 100% see the point of that. We all have watched Survivor. Obviously, that's true. But in the same tone, if we stay Adam strong and there's 7 of us left with 7 boring resumes, then somebody with a boring resume is going to win. I totally get it, though. I do understand that this is the time to make moves, but you're not going to not vote for somebody when all that's left are boring resumes. So it might be a boring way to play, but
and that's fine. But I'm just saying, like, it's just play the game. Like, just play the game. Not you, Hager. I'm just saying in general. And like,
I get it.
Seidman and I are never gonna have majority. Seidman and I, as 2 votes, are never gonna have the numbers to pull a move. So you can use us as a vote until you don't need us anymore. I think as like a viewer of the game, that's like what people are screaming for to happen. And just like the fact that it might not happen is a shame.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. But I also I understand and I see your point about the whole like sticking together and like wanting to go forward with a boring resume. If that's what you want to do, then fine. But
and JJ, I'm the person watching Survivor that thinks that shit's boring. So I totally hear your point. No, I totally understand you, and I totally understand Schneidman, where both of you guys are coming from. You guys have done a hell of a job, and if you survive tonight, it'd be hard not to vote for you. So we could think of that as the opposite side. You know, if you were talented enough to wiggle in some cracks, that's deserving of a vote. So kind of, would you rather go with somebody that did a big move, or would you rather go to somebody that has the same equal resume?
Can I go to the Whisper Room?
Whisper Room getting off early tonight. I still had a couple questions, but how do you guys think the Whisper Room is going to affect tonight's vote?
This might be the biggest night for her.
Schneidman, do you want to go with me to Whispers?
Can I go with Matthew?
I would love to go with you to Whispers too, Sophia.
Okay, I got a couple things to say. We've only got 30 seconds. 1, please vote for Meredith with myself and JJ. 2, I need you to tell JJ to vote Meredith. 3, this is to save you. So I will vote with you. Yes, please.
Is that voting for JJ?
Not that I know of. I think it's Dixon.
Okay.
But I don't know. Okay, please tell JJ.
Yep, I will.
Schneidman, can we go to the Whispering Room?
Look at my dance card. Yes. What's up?
You gotta trust me. I have the numbers. It's gonna be 4 votes. I don't have a vote tonight, okay? Just trust me. The 4
Why
votes.
don't you have a vote tonight?
I lost it, okay? I will tell you when you come back. You are safe. JJ, you, Holly. I'm gonna tell Holly to vote Meredith out, okay? Sophia wants Holly out, but for our game, trust me, for our game, Holly is better to have, okay? Trust me, okay? I'm gonna talk to Sophia. I don't want you getting suspicious or anything. Just trust me. And then talk to JJ about it too, okay?
Both Sophia and Dixon said vote Meredith.
Are you going to use both of your votes for Meredith, or are you going to split?
I was going to split. Who should I put the second one on? Dixon? I think Dixon.
Dixon or Holly?
I'm going to do Dixon.
Okay.
I think they're sick of his shit. What do you think?
I think, yeah, I'm fine with that.
No, but do you think I'm right?
I'm wondering if I don't know if there'll be enough votes for that.
So should I do Holly?
Maybe.
Straight up, Holly mentioned your name. Just wanted to tell you in case I get sent home.
Thank you. You're not. I have not heard your name at all. I think you're safe.
And I immediately said no to you, so I don't think that she's trying to coup anything up. Who are you voting for, so we know who the votes are? Because I don't know if I should do JJ or Dixon.
I think you should do JJ.
Okay, well then who else is going home?
I think JJ's going home, and yeah, I think that's what you should do.
JJ, all right, you got it.
We were actually going to go through with getting Meredith out.
Okay.
But fucking Dixon spilled it.
What's going to happen, though?
I have no idea. That's why everyone's scrambling.
Does Meredith have something?
She doesn't have anything. I mean, unless she has held it from me.
If she doesn't have anything, then it should be fine. But if you want, I can just throw my vote on Dixon.
No, you need to keep your vote on Meredith.
Okay.
That's our best bet.
Okay.
It's gonna be chaos.
All right. Looks like we have everyone back. Feel like most, if not all of you, have maxed out your whisper room privileges. I'm going to ask a question I've already asked. Is anyone worried that the actual plan tonight has now changed?
Obviously.
A new question, but no one wanted to free up that information. Well, I'm just going to open up the floor then. If anyone has anything that they'd like to say to sway the vote in any way before we get to it, now is the time to do so.
Hey, what's up there, guys? I felt great about the conversations I had today. My vote, I'm playing my shortcut power, and I will see you guys back at base camp. See you guys.
All right, looks like Dixon has played his shortcut advantage, allowing him to leave the crossroads early. He may not receive votes, and he does not have a vote as well. Dixon, you may go back to base camp now. All right, well, now that Dixon has left, we'll reopen the floor if anyone else has anything they'd like to say.
I mean, I'll say, just because Dixon shared with me that I was, a name he was going for, I will just say that I chatted with lots of folks today. There were, obviously 2 discussions, and so I'm going to vote for the person I said I was going to vote for second to everybody.
All right. Anyone else? Once, twice. All right. The whisper room officially closed, even though you guys had already pretty much closed it. If you have an advantage that can be played before the vote, now is the time to do so.
Jonathan?
Yes.
Nothing, I'm joking. I always wanted to do that.
All right. With that said, okay, let's move on to the vote. All right, the votes are in. If you have an advantage that can be played after the votes, now is the time to do so.
I would like to survive in advance, so I'm going to be playing my compass tonight.
All right, Schneidman has played the compass advantage. Any votes cast for Schneidman will not count. If anyone else has an advantage that they'd like to play, speak up. All right, tonight we have 9 votes. Our first vote is for Holly. Second vote is for Meredith. Third vote is for Schneidman. Fourth vote is for JJ. Fifth vote is for Sophia. Sixth vote is for Meredith. Seventh vote is for Sophia. Eighth vote is for JJ. Ninth vote is for JJ. JJ, you have been deserted from the crossroads. We have a tie between Sophia and Meredith with 2 votes each. So how we're going to do this is everyone except for JJ, who unfortunately has been eliminated from the game, and Sophia and Meredith are going to vote again. You may only vote for Sophia or Meredith. Okay, we'll get right to the vote. We have 5 votes in total. First vote is for Meredith. Second vote is for Sophia. Third vote is for Meredith. Fourth vote is for Sophia. And our 5th vote and our second player to be deserted here at the crossroads this evening is Sophia. Sorry, Sophia, you have been deserted from the crossroads and eliminated from the game. If either one of you have any last words that you'd like to say to the party, now is the time to do so.
I'm content with my game. I'm content with how things went. I think I did what I could to cause chaos today, and I am totally at peace with it, not stressed out. I think it was a major missed opportunity by people, and I think that revote was very clearly writing the wall with who the hierarchy is. Play the game, guys. Just play the game. And I think that, honestly, the game that some people are playing right now is a pretty good indicator of why you might not have been on the real show.
Sophia?
I feel like I had a hell of a lot left in me to play, but gotta respect the decisions y'all made, and I hope you all play a hell of a game going forward. I'll be watching.
Thank you so much, Sophia and JJ. Loved having you guys play. As for our final 6 of our final 7, I don't have anything else for you. You guys have yourselves a good night.
Dixon couldn't vote. He used safety without power, which actually I'm a little bit pissed about because I'm pretty sure if he had stayed, I would not have gone home. And I can't help but hope that that bites him in the butt a little bit.
The vote comes down, my ass is on the bottom of the vote. I knew it. Sophia goes home, which is a blow to my game.
Schneidman, like an idiot, did not vote the way I told him. He split his extra vote, and I'm thinking in my head, like, what are you doing, man? I told you what to do. Like, just believe me. And then I also found out later that Kayla votes Sophia off. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like, it was crazy, and I wasn't there, unfortunately.
I'm pretty upset. I single-handedly voted out my #1 ally because in my mind, there was no way that Hager would ever vote out Meredith. I assumed that he was a lot closer to Meredith than to Sophia. Neither of them have ever told me that they were close, so I had no idea. And I really am upset.
Well, damn. I have so many thoughts running through my head about what we just witnessed. Dixon was set up to go into this to save the 2 Team Wendell members and work with Kayla and Sophia. And he just sent home 2 people that he could have worked with.
Yeah, I think he's being very short-sighted. He's thinking of his life and the game for just the next day. Like, he knows he has enough in his belt to keep him safe for the next day. He needs to, and maybe possibly the round after that, but like, he needs to start thinking, how do I win this? And I don't think he's doing that enough. From the beginning, I saw Dixon and I was like, he's going to be chaos and he's going to be super awesome to watch. And I'm enjoying, to see him play. I just need to start seeing him making moves that actually can get him the win eventually.
The thing with Dixon is he's great at finding advantages. And I think he has the right idea of what he needs to do, but he's just so paranoid that he just runs around. He doesn't take time to sit and process what he actually needs to do to make his moves successful.
Yeah.
And another big problem in this whole picture is that Team Adam was so kumbaya with each other, with the exception of Dixon, that none of them know what page the other person is on. After camp, like Kayla and Hagar are talking about how Sophia was the person they're both closest with. They didn't know that before, and they could have saved her, but they sent her home instead. It's just a mess over there.
Definitely did not coordinate their votes tonight, and so Sophia is the casualty of this mess. But to be honest, it's like it was to be expected. We wanted Kayla and Sophia to take a more active role tonight, and I felt like they were too wishy-washy. They did not take advantage of the position that they were in, and then still not working very well with former Team Wendell, and so one of them is the casualty of the night. So yeah,
this has been a extremely chaotic day 10 on Expedition Online, and we will see everyone next time for some more fireworks.
All right, so obviously I don't get to vote Dixon off yet again. Squirrely as hell, which at this point he's got to go, because if he don't go, he's going to win the whole damn thing. I talked to a few people in the Wisp room, and they both told me to vote JJ, so I'm going to stick to that, and I'm going to vote for JJ. He's a threat as well. I don't like that Holly's going after my buddy Sophia, so I think it'll be an interesting dynamic, but votes for JJ, and hopefully I'm not the second person receiving votes.
I hope that it is Sophia that goes home. She's my vote.
Going to put my vote on Sophia.
Okay, well, I've never been more happy in my life to have won an immunity. I have no idea what's happening tonight. JJ.
I will be voting for Schneidman. We had an original plan before we switched it to JJ and Dixon, and originally I was supposed to vote Schneidman.
I hope people don't have idols. I don't know what's going on. This is chaos. This is so stressful, but I'm voting for JJ. This is supposed to be Mickey Mouse because I know he's a Disney adult, so I hope that's at least makes him a little happy if he is the one to go.
I'm going to be using my extra vote tonight. For my first vote, I feel pretty confident that this is going to happen. So we're going to do this. I don't even have anything to say to you. We don't have a relationship, so there. For my second vote, for my second trick this evening, I think this will save my buddy. So, I know you want to work with me, but gotta save my guy.
Tonight I'm voting for Meredith. I hope that everybody I talked to and agreed to this plan is also following through. I just think it's too dangerous for Meredith, Matthew, and Holly to still be a strong core 3 going into the final 7. I hope this works.
Well, this is a very shitty situation. My closest ally was just in a tie, Sophia. I really like Meredith as well, so it really pains me to do this, and I hope that I'm not screwing myself and making myself a target with Meredith if she survives, but my final 4 includes Sophia, so by process of elimination, I have to vote out Meredith.
I'm gonna hope to God she goes. I need her and Dixon split up, so my vote is for Sophia.
Somebody messed up the split. We could have had this.
Alrighty. I will be voting for Sophia. I have a core 4 alliance with Meredith, and Sophia's right on the outside of that, so I'm voting Sophia.
Ay, ay, ay! I have to save myself. I have to save myself. Oh, I hope you go, because if Sophia goes, I'm so screwed. Oh.
Train, West Virginia. Hold on.
I'm trying to make good TV for you.